Hey everyone, welcome back to Timeless Sparks, the place where stories aren't just lines on a page, but bridges across time, cultures and imagination. If you're a literature lover, or just curious about how tales and traditions evolve, you're in for a treat today. Get ready for an enchanting journey deep into one of the world's most enduring and magical collections, the Arabian Nights, also known as 1001 Nights. And here's the best part. We'll explore how this masterful anthology not only shaped European literature, but transformed the art of storytelling itself. Let's start with a picture. The flicker of lamplight, the scent of spice drifting through the air, and an atmosphere thick with suspense. This is the world of Scheherazade, the heroine of the Arabian Nights, whose brilliance is matched only by her courage. The premise of this collection is as gripping as the tales themselves. A legendary king, Shahryar, has been betrayed and vows to take a new bride every day, only to execute her the next morning. Dark, right? But then comes Scheherazade, his latest wife, with a plan so audacious it saves her life, and creates literary history. Every night Scheherazade spins a dazzling new story, but leaves it incomplete, forcing Shahryar to spare her for one more day so he can hear how it ends. Night by night, story by story, she not only postpones her execution, but gradually changes the king's heart. Scheherazade's art is her power, showing us how storytelling can heal, transform, and even outwit death itself. Now, the Arabian Nights isn't just one story. It's a treasure chest of narratives, folk tales, romances, adventures, fables, comedies, magical encounters, and philosophical reflections. You might know crowd pleasers like Aladdin and his lamp, Ali Baba's treasure hidden behind open sesame, or Sinbad's perilous voyages. But what makes this collection shine isn't just its fantastical plots. It's the sheer breadth of human experience these tales capture. They're layered with moral dilemmas, subtle humor, political intrigue, and cultural wisdom. An entire world stitched together by Scheherazade's imaginative genius. Here's where it gets fascinating. This collection wasn't created overnight. It evolved across centuries during the Islamic Golden Age, a period of extraordinary intellectual and artistic achievement spanning roughly the 8th to the 14th centuries. The Arabian Nights changes depending on where you encounter it, a reflection of all the cultural influences that shaped it, from Indian and Persian origins to Arab storytelling traditions. But let's talk about the ripple effect. How did the Arabian Nights leave its mark beyond the Middle East? In European literature, Scheherazade's gift of weaving stories within stories sparked an enduring legacy. Want to see how? Let's trace the path. The first big moment comes in the early 18th century, when French translator Antoine Galland brings these tales to Europe. Les Mille et Une Nuits, Galland's version of 1001 Nights, mesmerizes French readers, and soon all of Europe. It's not just the exotic allure of genies, magic carpets, and enchanted palaces. It's the way Galland's translation highlights the art of nested storytelling. The story within a story technique that modern readers still recognize in novels, films, and even TV shows. Now, here's a twist. That framework, where smaller stories are told within a larger one, isn't entirely new to Europe by Galland's time. It's already trickling into Western literature earlier. Let's wind back the clock to the late Middle Ages, to an Italian writer who might be thinking about Scheherazade more than we realize. Meet Giovanni Boccaccio. His 14th century masterpiece, the Decameron, is one of Europe's literary gems. The structure? Sound familiar? During the Black Death in Florence, 10 young people retreat to a countryside villa and pass the time by telling stories. It's an incredibly sharp observation of human nature, and it follows, perhaps unconsciously, that Scheherazadean frame narrative structure of embedding countless tales within a single overarching plot. But the real fireworks come with Geoffrey Chaucer, the father of English literature. Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, written in the late 14th century, gives us something startlingly similar. Pilgrims travelling to Canterbury Cathedral tell stories along the way, each one revealing their personality, morality, and wit. This English twist on frame narratives owes a silent debt to traditions Scheherazade exemplified centuries earlier, using storytelling not just as entertainment, but as a powerful lens for understanding people and culture. So think about this wild connection. Scheherazade's thrilling tales inspire the Decameron's vivid portraits of life, and the Canterbury Tales, sharp commentary on society. Even as Chaucer writes in the bustling streets of London, Scheherazade's influence can be traced in the way he uses storytelling to illuminate truths, weave humour with wisdom, and elevate human experiences into timeless art. But it's not just structure. The themes and archetypes of the Arabian Nights enchant European writers, leading to centuries of literary experimentation. Watch European romantics like William Beckford draw from its lush fantasies for novels like Vathek, or witness its fingerprints in Victor Hugo's Les Orientales, a poetic ode to Middle Eastern landscapes and folklore. Countless fairy tales, too, would borrow its motifs of magical transformations, cunning tricksters, and wisdom hidden under the guise of entertainment. What's the takeaway here? The Arabian Nights is more than a collection of stories. It's a beacon, showing us storytelling's limitless possibilities. Scheherazade isn't just a character. She's a symbol of resilience, creativity, and humanity's universal love for tales that transport us. Tales that make us question, laugh, dream, and cherish life. And we owe her one more thanks. She redefined storytelling itself, showing the modern world how narratives can intertwine philosophy, fantasy, and culture into works of deep and lasting beauty. So next time you dive into a book where tales fold within tales, where each story unfolds like petals of a flower, where ordinary people stumble into magic, take a moment to think about the Arabian Nights. Somewhere, in the glow of eternity, Scheherazade is smiling, knowing that her stories continue to live in our pages, our imaginations, and our hearts. If you loved today's deep dive into literary history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss another journey into the world of stories. And let me know in the comments, do you have a favorite tale from the Arabian Nights? Or maybe you're a Chaucer devotee who loves the colorful characters he brought to life. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep reading, keep imagining, and let your own stories take flight.